This time on PFDAuto, we're going to finish up a bunch of little projects. So since I started this channel in February of 2024, yeah, it's been that long, started a lot of individual projects, and while they should culminate at the end and have us a finished car, there's still a lot of loose ends on some of those projects, and I need to start taking care of those. They're starting to stack up. In the quest to put out new content and show you different things, I've been letting other stuff fall through the cracks. And if I don't get on some of that stuff, it might never get done and be whatever, terrible, or it might all come together at the end, and before I can have any fun with the car, I'll have to do all of these tedious little things that I've been putting off. Instead of the latter, I'm hoping that we can get a bunch of them done in this video. So we're going to get started, see how far we can get. One of the things I've been working on a lot lately is the color change. And if you're an eagle-eyed viewer, you can see that's no longer tan. So let's take a look at how we got there. I pretty much got everything taped off that I don't want painted. My goal is just to do the headliner and the handles. I looked at taking this off and painting it or color changing it, and it's a huge pain, and I don't want to do it. So we're going to try painting it, and if worse comes to worse, we'll pull it off and color change it. But I'm hoping to avoid that. We're going to use the same vinyl fabric paint that we've used on everything else, and just give it a go. I just untaped, and I'm pretty happy with this. That stuff does it again. Now, I don't know if that comes in on the camera, but it's just a little reflection. And there is some parts that are still the original color, but those are all hidden behind other things. You can see there's a line right there where this piece comes back to, so no worries about those. Everything's covered that needs to be covered, and it's black now. I like it. Another thing I've been neglecting is this piece of carpet. If you remember from the first video when I was changing the color of these pieces of carpet to black, this one, all of the backing fell off of. It made a terrible mess, and it also made it to where I was trying to replace it, but these things apparently are quite expensive. Cheapest one I found on eBay was about $400 to get it to my house, and it's the same age, and I'm not sure if it would look exactly the same or not. So instead, I thought I'll peel all of that awful black stuff off the back, and I've got as much as I'm going to get off of there, and put some new backing on it. The other thing we need to do is color change it. This is the only piece of the interior left that's this color. So I'm going to start by painting this, and then we'll work on getting this in the car, and we're going to glue it to that. This has actually got some backer on it, like a rubber non-slip and some, I don't know, carpet padding. But I'm hoping to make a new form, in essence, for this carpet. It's a little floppy without it. It's a little thin. Doesn't fit quite right. So we'll get this color changed. We'll get that cut up. Glue it to the back of this. Then hopefully we'll be done with all of the carpets. So the only place I really have to do this is on the hood of the car. Got a tarp put down, got some magnets holding the tarp from blowing off because it's a little windy. Oh, it's breezy and 100. I don't know, but anyways, it's the perfect time to paint, right? Under a tree. We're gonna get some excellent results, I'm sure. Unfortunately, this is the best option I have. So I've got more of this fabric and vinyl paint that is my new best friend, that I really probably should have bought some stock in before I started buying it, because I bought quite a few cans now. Anyways, we're going to color change this piece of carpet, just like I said before. I'm probably going to do it in a couple of pieces since it's such a weird shape. I can't get it all flat at the same time. I'm just going to try my best, see how it turns out. First light coat is done on this half. It's a little shady, but you can see got a little paint on here. And while that dries, I've got another project that I still need to work on. This thing here, yeah, this is our power steering box. And as I'll show you in a moment, it's got some wear. Yeah, I painted this once and put it in the engine bay and then decided to fabricate a bunch of stuff and have people in there welding and moving around, and it got scratched up. Now it's rusty and it needs more paint. So let's take a look and get it painted back up. You can see here, there's just a bunch of little scratches and scrapes and things on there. I have got some 800 grit sandpaper in one of my pockets here, and I am going to sand this up and then hit it. The same thing, some engine enamel, flat black, and hopefully once it dries, we can put it back in the car and hope that this doesn't happen again. I think a wire brush might be better. Wire brush acquired. Sweet. Dead battery. All right. Now I should just be able to wipe her down, paint her back up. I'm not going for quality finish here, I'm going for protected. Well, now that this guy's all sanded, paint prepped, we're gonna let it completely dry off before we start painting it. That means we can go back in the front and work on the carpet again. Now that this is pretty much dry to the touch, I'm gonna rub it in, make it soft again, paint it, just keep doing the same until it's black. Luckily, most of this is under the seat. You'll never get to see it. So it doesn't matter if it looks less than great. Next coat we're going to put on and then immediately scrub in because it needs to get down into the fibers. So here we go. And now, back to the power steering box. Whoo-wee, it is warm out here. But the good thing is this is nice and dry. I've got my paint here, shook up, ready to go. We're gonna just drop a light coat on this, try to avoid this spindle because I'm not gonna tape it off, and get this just looking a little bit better before we toss it back in the car. All right, looking pretty good. Gonna wait for this to dry. Might toss a little bit more on there, not sure. If it looks good, we'll leave it. If not, one more coat and then it can go back in the car. Well, we ran out of paint and so did the store. But that's not gonna stop us from getting some more stuff done today. We're gonna start working on the backing. So we're gonna open up the oven, the car, and get in there and see if we can't put some backing on this. I'm hoping it will help it kind of keep its shape. That way maybe painting the other side will be a little bit easier. I don't know. Probably not. But we're going to keep moving forward. So here's our backing. And it needs to go where the carpet's going to go. There's still wires and stuff down here that I'm going to have to deal with at some point. But that shouldn't get in our way today. I would like to use some of the extra to cover up this area here where I took some carpet off. We're just gonna have to fold this out and see what we need to do to get it done. So we're starting to get this laid out, and the plan is to start on this side and work my way that way. Then we'll work our way that way, and hopefully, since the extra is on that side and that side, we won't run out. But we'll have to see how this is going to work. I've been thinking about it in my head, but there's a lot of angles and things, and I'm not sure if I know exactly how to do this. But we're gonna do like everything else and give it a shot. See what happens. All right. That's actually not looking too bad. Well, it was a massive undertaking. I think I've got it. I've got my edges covered. Everything's sliced and diced in the middles to make it all sit like this. So now I think I can spray glue this, spray glue that, and stuff it in here. Might dry fit it once, just to double check. But where's the fun in that? I did go ahead and test fit. It was a smart idea. I had to make some changes. Now that I've got this well all done, test fitted it again, everything fits just right. I'm going to spray just this section down. Then I'm going to fold that over. Once this side is done, I'm going to go to the other side, repeat the process. For better or for worse, it's all glued and stuck down. I don't know how well. If I had to guess, I'd say probably not very well. But if it sticks together at all, I'll be totally happy with that. The idea of this is to not spend a ton of money on a new piece of carpet. This is already looking the part. That just needs a little bit of paint. If this backing works, keeps the noise down, I'm totally fine with it. Then we can start putting in the vents, cutting these holes for all the mounts and things like that, and start putting this interior back in, which I'm pretty excited about. While I'm waiting for all the stuff, keep wrapping the interior, I've got some more of this stuff to put down. Sticky razor blades is what it is, but it really makes a difference. So we're going to finish up this section. There's a whole bunch that I've already done, but I stopped before I finished. And we need to get that done. So let's do that. All right, well, it's a new day here, and the last time we were venturing with this piece, it did not turn out well. I kind of suspected that it wouldn't, and I was right. So I managed to get this cleaned off with a lot of effort. After scraping all of everything down, I was able to get the heat gun out, wipe this with a microfiber. It's still sticky, but it's clean and there's no foam on it, so that's a win. The other side is I've got some different material here. This stuff has no sticky on the back. It's headliner material, and it's supposed to mimic the same material that I put in the rest of the parts. So we're going to try this out. It's got foam already incorporated, which isn't as thick and is not closed cell like the rest of the foam that I was using. But when using this glue, I don't think I can use something that's sticky and get this covered and have it look halfway decent. Thusly, the no adhesive foam. So we're going to try this again. Hopefully this works out a little bit better. This matches pretty good with the other stuff that I've got, so I'm just going to see what happens. So, plan. Put some glue down the center. Put some glue down the center. Hopefully it sticks together the way I want it to. And then we'll be able to work it one direction and then the other. I might even start just to the side of this pocket that I got to push the stuff down into. I don't know. I'm not quite sure the best way to do this. Maybe I'll glue a little patch here. Do I start on the end? I think the center might be where it's at. Do I start with that hole, then work my way out? Either way, I got to make sure this is lined up pretty well. Kind of want to just glue a stripe. Maybe we start at the bottom. We glue to this, and then we roll the whole thing over. Problem with that is I'll have to do it all at the same time. Just trying to do less surface area at a time this time. Guess we could start at an edge. Just do a little bit of glue, let it dry, push it down. Just keep working our way across. That's what we did with the original. I think we're going to try it. I think we're going to just see if we can get that to work. If not, we'll probably just set it on fire. So I've got the same glue. It's raining like one drop at a time right now. Excuse me if I keep looking up at the sky and wondering why. It's one drop at a time. Anyways, this is our same contact cement. So I'm going to put some on the very edge of this thing. And then I'm going to put it on the edge of here. And then I'm going to try to work my way across. Let's see how it goes. All right, so last attempt failed. I got some glue on the top, got some dents in it, ran out of glue, so I stripped it all back off yet again. I've since sprayed everything down with the Super 77. Hopefully it works. This is all headliner stuff, so it should. See if we can't stick this thing back down and hopefully be done with it. That would be great. All right, so I've got it pretty much foamed up. I'm not sure if it's gonna stick or not, but we're gonna try to glue the edges down and hope that all of this eventually works. Well, so it's rewrapped. It's okay. I tried just using this glue again. I don't think it's gonna stick down. That said, it doesn't look too bad when it pulls up. If it pulls up evenly, I might just leave it. There's a spot here where I've got a little crease. That's my bad. Folded it over when I was sticking it down. But I tell you what I'm not interested in doing is this again, especially right now. So we're going to let this ride. See if it sticks down, and if it does, great. If it doesn't, maybe I'll send it out and have it wrapped in carbon fiber. Got some other ideas for some carbon fiber accents in the car, and this might have to be our first candidate. Or who knows, maybe I'll tear it apart and I'll try to wrap it in carbon fiber. Guess you'll have to stay tuned. See what comes of this. As it sits now, I'm okay with it. I just don't like this glue. I don't trust the glue. We'll see what happens. Either way, we're going to move on to some other stuff because there's lots of stuff to do. Another thing I'd like to do before I get interior put back in this car is run some power wire. I've got plans for the trunk, and it's going to require some serious power. This is 0 gauge. Very thick, very heavy wire, and it's a pain to run. So if you can do it with the interior out, I would strongly suggest it. We're going to look right now and see if there's holes in the firewall behind the back seat, or if we have to drill them. But we're going to get this in today. Our first stop here is this area. Battery goes here. So we're going to need that wire to come through that hole there. Or we could make a new one. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. This is some sort of regulator for the air conditioning system. And these coils get roasting hot. And this piece installs right here, right next to all this wiring, which I'm not super excited about. I do want to put my fuse box here and my ECU mount there, so I don't have a lot of room. I might just have to run some heat shield. This hole is a little sketch, but I think that's what we're going to use. So we're going to find a grommet that this can go through, and we'll fit in there. And then we're going to decide also where this guy needs to land, because we can plug straight into this guy, and then we'll know exactly how much wire we need up front. So we'll find that grommet, we'll find a place for this, and then we will run it into the car. So this here's my breaker. This is what I'm going to use in place of a fuse. It needs to be mounted to the firewall, and we discussed that, and I think I'm going right here. I'm just going to put it in just like that. This one is to my battery. This one is to the auxiliary load. So we're going to put it in this way. Just drop a couple screws in there. Should be good to go. Now that we got the wire inside, we got to run it down the inside of the car. To do that, we're coming in up here. We're going to run down behind the plastic, and I'm going to go straight into this wire box. We're going to follow it all the way back underneath the seat, up and into the trunk. So yeah, we're just going to start feeding her in. Well, we made some decent progress this time. We took care of this. And this. And this. Oh yeah. This. And don't forget this. And I mean, good progress. There's just still a lot to do. But unfortunately, not in this episode, because this is where we're going to wrap it up. So if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. If you enjoyed this video, give it that thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. I'll make sure to get back to you. And as always, if you keep watching them, I'll keep making them. And we'll see you next time on PFDAuto.